well. I'm quickly gonna run through today's position that was taken. Obviously, I know I said that I'm not really looking to risk anything or get into any trades, but obviously this one just it looked too good to just ignore. So if we pull back to the 4 hour quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all the drawings on. I'm going to explain to you. Or wait, let me take everything off. Let's start fresh. Okay, so this is how price looked obviously when I came to it. Something like this. So the first thing I obviously saw was I saw my 4 hour. Where is that? 4 hour structure point. Okay, which was obviously that high and this low. So that was my 4 hour structure points, meaning so obviously below this high I will be looking for sales, and obviously above this low I will not look for anything because obviously I'm bearish. So obviously, so now that I've determined my buyers, I went down to my structure, my time frame where I map out my structure, which is the hourly. So obviously I know I did mark these out as liquidity levels that could possibly be taken out. I will get to that now in a moment, and why I took risk off, where I took risk off, etc, etc. So yeah, let's jump into it. So obviously this was London Open, and that's obviously where I saw the position that I was interested in. If we can just mark out obviously these levels of liquidity, which was obviously one of my targets, and then this one I marked out, which will be probably hit in the next few hours, but yeah. So now that that's marked out, we can quickly jump into my 5 minutes where I obviously took my trade. So as we can see, like I said, remember that was my first take profit. Obviously this would have been my second one, but this is where I got out, and I will explain to you in a moment. So market open was, yeah, so this is obviously market open. Let's mark it like that. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty clear. So we had our 5 minute structure obviously shifting, and that is obviously where I decided to get involved within market open. Obviously price pulling back to this level of supply, and that's where I executed the trade. Let me just put it up a little bit like that. Obviously stops above that high for 8 pips, and then we had the target and the take profit for 124. Yeah, very simple. That's why I said it wasn't a trade I just could ignore, just because of elections coming up this week. I took the trade, I'm done for the week, and now whatever happens can happen. Understand what I mean? So I didn't let this opportunity go by. It's something I wanted at the back of the mind. I want to take. I want to get out the week. I don't want to get involved again due to all the political stuff happening. So reason for me exiting here, I mean, it's pretty clear. Like I just said, that price will most probably fill this gap that was left this morning on open. But reason for me choosing to exit there, first of all, is 104R. It's a very nice trade. Second of all, if we, yes, 4 hour structure is bearish, but if we have a look at hourly structure, this is hourly structure. Okay, we had some minor highs and structure or whatever there, but this was ultimately hourly structure. So for me, for price to come back or come down, let me do this. So for me, for price to come back, retest this level of demand here. Let me just do that. Retest that level of demand, and from there extend up to take out these levels of liquidity, and possibly that level was very on the table, if I can put it like that. Yes, I had the 4 hour bearish bias, which obviously backed me, but I don't want to take this whole, even though as we can see, price came back to this hourly level of supply, and New York gave us a nice distribution to the downside, filling this, obviously taking out this level of liquidity, which is obviously an external level of liquidity this low, and then obviously filling the void and the gap that was left behind. So obviously very clear trade with making a lower high. We can even bring that in or incorporate that, but the main point that I wanted to make is that I didn't feel like holding it or risking the position to be stopped out or break even. I made a 1 to 4 R. I don't want to be trading 60, 70, 80, 100 pip moves. I want the 20, 30 pip moves, even if it's that big, to get in and get out the market. Now, another thing we can add to a confluence was, let me just get it out here. If I'm not mistaken, I just want to, I think there was a weekly structure point which was in confluence with one of our, with our entry level, if I'm not mistaken, or was it the daily? I can't remember. No, okay, but anyways, that was obviously not added to the confluence list, but yeah, point being is that we had this nice distribution down in London. Obviously, we saw this break of structure on the 5 minutes going into New York, or obviously way into New York, and this is where you could have gotten involved if you didn't get this move this morning. Obviously, with that being your first target, or all these lows being our first target, I mean, if you want to map out the trend line liquidity, you can, but that, yeah, it's this external level of liquidity, and then obviously this void that needs to be filled. But for now, that's it. I'm probably going to be done for the week. Yeah, put in the comments what you guys would like to see, and don't forget the $89 for lifetime access to obviously catch these weekly, and yeah, become the best trader possible that you can be as quick as you can. And yeah, we are here to help you, and we want to help you, and reach out to us. Have a good one.